Let's learn about equivalent fractions. Now, I hope that after all those discussions on fractions, we have a proper understanding of proper fractions, improper fractions using diagrams and all. So then it's next topic that we have to learn is equivalent fractions. So this is a diagram. It can be a rectangle, it can be a square, whatever. So let's suppose that it is a square. And just consider this whole diagram, this entire the area covered by this square. Now if I say that this is a single whole or a single object and a single unit, so of course this number 1 will come in your mind, that okay, this is a single object or single whole that we are considering. If I divide this square into two equal parts, maybe our division may not be very accurate, but just assume that we have divided this square into two equal parts, one part and two parts. Now you will say that since you have divided this square into two equal parts, and if we consider this whole entire two parts making this square, then we will say that hey, now this is 2 by 2, right? This 2 tells that how many total parts in which this square has been divided, and this is telling how many parts you're considering, what parts you're talking about. I'm talking about this whole. So if this is whole, there are 2 parts. That's why 2 by 2. Now what if I divide this square into 3 equal parts? So this is 1 part and this is 2 part. Again, maybe this is not very accurate. Just ignore it and assume that it is accurate. And now this whole square has been divided into 3 equal parts. Now since it has been divided into 3 equal parts, we can say that its total equal parts into which this square has been divided. And if I'm talking about this whole entire 3 parts, if I'm considering this whole 3 parts, then this is 3 by 3, right? Previously it was 2 by 2. Sorry, I deleted that. Now it's 3 by 3, right? So if it is 2 by 2, if it is 3 by 3, you can clearly see that 2 divided by 2 is representing the same square. Even 3 by 3 is representing the same square, that is this entire one. Okay, and if you divide this, then you will surely, if 2 by 2 is, if you find the value of this 2 by 2 and 3 by 3, they will come equal to 1. Here we have represented it diagrammatically. Okay, if mathematically I divide this, then you can find out 1. But I'm showing you what's the other way to look at this fraction. So you can clearly see that 1 is equal to, if it is 1, we can say that it is 1 by 1. 1 by 1 is equal to 2 by 2 is equal to 3 by 3. They all are representing this whole square only. Okay, let's move one step ahead and let me divide this whole into 4 equal parts. Now if I divide this square into 4 equal parts, then let's say this is 1 part. Sorry, let me do it here. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3 and 4. So this is now 4 equal parts. And since it is 4 equal parts, and now I'm considering this whole, so 4 parts, equal parts, make this whole square. So this 4 is telling you in how many equal parts this square has been divided into, and this 4 is telling you that what part we are considering. Okay, what parts we are talking about. I'm talking about this whole 4 parts. So this is 4 by 4. Okay, these are the very basic things that we have already discussed in our earlier videos. Now again, even 4 by 4 is also representing this same square only, or entire square. So even 4 by 4 is equal to 3 by 3, is equal to 2 by 2, is equal to 1 by 1, and that is actually 1. So these are all 4 by 4, 4 by 4, 3 by 3, 2 by 2, 1 by 1. If you solve them, these all are coming actually 1. and these all are equivalent fractions. That is, they are talking about the same fraction that we are considering. In this case example, it was whole square, right? They are talking about the whole one. So this is actually an example of equivalent fractions. Let me explain you with some other way. I mean, same diagram and a little bit differently. So let's say that now we have this again a blind square. I divide this square into two equal parts. This. Okay. Now this entire square has been divided into two equal parts, and if I am talking about let's say this portion, that is this part. Okay, I'm talking about this part, this part. So what part it is of this entire square, what fraction it is? You will say that, hey, this fraction is actually 1 by 2. This 2 is telling you how many equal parts this square has been divided into, and this one is telling you what part you are talking about. Okay, now if I divide this into 4 equal parts, so this is the division. Okay, this is the division. Now it has been divided into 4 equal parts: 1 part, 2 part, 3 part, and 4 part. Again, if I talk only about this part, right, these two parts, and you can clearly see that again, if I am talking about these two parts, then these two parts make 2 by 4. Now why 4? Because this square has been divided into 4 equal parts. I'm talking about this 1 part and 2 part, and therefore this is 2 parts. You can clearly see that, hey, again, even this fraction is representing actually only this total part, right? Total part. And that's what we wrote here. That's 1 by 2. So if this line was, if this line was not there, it was 1 by 2, the entire part. If I bring this line, then it becomes what? It becomes 2 by 4. And that's the same thing, right? It's the same part. Let's go one step further. Okay, so let me remove this and let me write it 2 by 4 here. So this is 2 by 4. Okay, after that second division. Now if I divide this into 6 equal parts, if this is 1 part and this is 2 part. Previously it was 2 parts, then at that time this fraction would come. If it was divided into 4 equal parts, for this area this fraction will come. Now we have divided the entire into 6 equal parts, and again we will talk about this portion, only entire portion, and this entire portion is made by how many parts? 3 parts. 1 part, 2 part, and 3 part. Now the fraction will be 3 by 6. Why 6? Because whole square has been divided into now 6 equal parts, and we are taking these 3 parts, therefore 3 by 6. So this entire whole area that has been shaded is now 3 by 6. Now again, 3 by 6 is the same, this whole portion that was represented by 2 by 4, that was represented by 1 by 2. So these all fractions are actually equivalent fractions. Let's take one step further. Okay, so let me write it here. It was 3 by 6. Now let us divide this into 8 equal parts. So 1 part, 2 parts, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. Right. Now we have divided this entire square into 8 equal parts, and we want this entire portion, and this entire portion is now 1 part, 2 part, 3 part, and 4 part, right? So this fraction, again, this whole fraction, if I talk about this 1 part, 2 part, 3 part and 4 part, then this is 4 by 8. Why 8? Because 8 is the total equal parts in which this square has been divided, and 4 is telling you what parts, how many parts you are talking about. So this is 4 by 8. Again, 4 by 8 is same this whole portion. 3 by 6 was the same this whole portion. 2 by 4 was also the same whole portion. And 1 by 2 was also the same whole portion. So in this case, these were equivalent fractions. And in this case, these all are equivalent fractions. Equivalent fractions. What does that mean? That means that 1 by 2 is equal to 2 by 4 is equal to 3 by 6 is equal to 4 by 8. If you solve them mathematically, you will get the same thing. Like in all these cases, if you solve it, you will get 1 by 2. Okay. And diagrammatically, we explain it. This is what actually equivalent fractions are, right? So equivalent fractions diagrammatically will represent the same area, and if mathematically they will represent the same fraction. Now if you can see that in this case, if it was 1 by 1, if it was 1 by 1, so if I multiply 1 by 1 by 2 and denominator also by 2, you'll get 2 by 2. That's what this fraction is. If I multiply 1 by 1 by 1 by 3, you'll get 3 by 3. That's what this fraction is. If I multiply 1 by 1 by 4, you'll get 4 by 4. That's what here, right? Come here. Let's do for this one. So if I have 1 by 2, and if I multiply 1 by 2 by, if I multiply 1 by 2 by 2, you have to multiply numerator and denominator by same thing, name number. You are getting 2 by 4. If I multiply 1 by 2, that is this one, by 3, you'll get 3 by 6. So 2 by 4 is here, this one is here, 3 by 6 is here. If I multiply 1 by 2 by, if I multiply 1 by 2 by 4, you'll get 4 by 8. So 4 by 8 is here, it's here. What does that mean? You can clearly see that these all are equivalent fractions, and in all these cases, in here, what we saw here is if I multiply, if I take this single one, and if I multiplied numerator and denominator by same number, I got the number that is actually the equivalent fraction of 1 by 1. I again took 1 by 1 and multiplied this time by 3, and denominator and numerator by 3, I got 3 by 3. This is here, and we have this equivalent fraction. If I multiply numerator and denominator of 1 by 1 both by 4, I'm getting 4 by 4. So again, this 4 by 4 is, all these are equivalent fractions. So in all these cases, if I multiply numerator and denominator by same number, by a same number, okay, then whatever fraction you will get will be an equivalent fraction of this n by d, that is numerator by denominator. Anyways, just wanted to explain you that how you are getting the equivalent fractions diagrammatically, and then explain you what equivalent fractions mean, explain you here how you are getting actually the equivalent fraction. We went on dividing diagrams, and then we reached to this point, and these all actually representing the same thing. So the point is that equivalent fractions means the fractions that represent the same portion or diagram or area of a diagram, and if you solve them by mathematically, you will get the same fraction back. So all these are actually equal, their values will be equal, and that's what equivalent fractions are. In the next video, we will talk about how to find, there are two ways actually to find equivalent fractions from a given fraction. Like what we saw here, we are going to discuss similar things, but in a more detailed way. And there will be many questions asked to you. There can be questions asked to you that if a fraction is given to you, and then to find equivalent fractions from that given fraction. How to do that, we'll discuss in the next video, because that will contain many problems. This was a theoretical portion just to explain you diagrammatically and what do we mean by equivalent fractions. It's very easy to learn formulas or the ways and then just find out the value, but to understand what's the what's base of that formula or method that you adopt to find any value is. So this was all about equivalent fractions. See you in the next video.